Hello, ladies, gentlemen, and corks. No, the other corks. Thank you. I am Chains. Welcome to the Chains Project. Today's reading is Genesis chapter 6, verse 9 to 22. Noah pleases God. Not that way, you damn 12-year-olds. Grow up. These are the descendants of Noah. Noah was a righteous man, blameless in his generation. Noah walked with God. And Noah had 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Now the earth was corrupt in God's sight, and the earth was filled with violence. And God saw that the earth was corrupt, for all flesh had corrupted its ways upon the earth. And God said to Noah, I have determined to make an end of all flesh. For the earth is filled with violence because of them. Now I am going to destroy them along with the earth. Make yourself an ark of cypress wood, make rooms in the ark, and cover it inside and out with pitch. This is how you are to make it. The length of the ark 300 cubits, its width 50 cubits, and its height 30 cubits. Make a roof for the ark, and finish it a cubit above. And put the door of the ark in its side. Make it with lower, second, and third decks. For my part, I am going to bring a flood of waters on the earth, to destroy from under heaven all flesh, in which is the breath of life. Everything that is on the earth shall die. But I will establish my covenant with you, and you shall come into the ark, you, your sons, your wife, and your sons' wives with you. And of every living thing of all flesh you shall bring 2 of every kind into the ark. To keep them alive with you, they shall be male and female. Of the birds according to their kind, and of the animals according to their kind. Of every creeping thing of the ground according to its kind. 2 of every kind shall come into you to keep them alive. Also take with you every kind of food that is eaten, and store it up, and it shall serve as food for you and for them. Noah did this. He did all that God commanded him. Alright, so we're starting off with the story of just how awesome Noah is. He's perfect, and he's got 3 kids, by the way, just so you know. And then God notices that the earth is a giant piece of crap, pretty much. It's ugly, horrible. Everybody's doing violent things like punching kittens, which, to be honest, kittens need to be punched every now and then. They just are too smug. Unlike puppies, you hurt a puppy, I will kill your family. So God decides, because you've been hurting puppies so much, he's not going to kill just your family, but every family on earth, just because he can. And so God decides to tell Noah, he's like, hey Noah, this is what I'm going to do. It's going to be awesome. I'm going to flood the entire earth. But, here, you should do this. You should build an ark. And I've been working on this plan, and then God pulls out a napkin with some coffee stains and the plans for his ark. He's like, all right, 300 meters, like, lengthwise, and then I'd say, like, 50 meters fat, and then make it, like, this tall, like, 30 cubits, like that, and then, like, make some rooms in there, just so it's not just a big hollow, empty space. That'd be silly. And then, like, get 2 of every kind of animal and stick it in there, along with you and your wife, and your sons, and then your sons' wives. You guys could all fit in there. Oh, and don't forget to bring some food, because you're probably going to get hungry, and I think the lions would probably eat you if you didn't feed them too, so make sure to give them food too. Food, everybody needs food. And then Noah's like, got it, done, no problem, God. Alright, let's start out with the big fun thing here. Let's examine this ark, because this is the first time we've been given, like, empirical data in the Bible. It gives us a very specific length, a cubit. And a cubit is approximately, according to my notes and calculations, it is 45.72 centimeters. So that's pretty good in length, almost half of a meter, getting close to there. And if we add up all the lengths that God gave us, he's going to give us a thing. Now let's not count the rooms, because we want to be as fair and nice as possible to make the story true. And it gives us a giant vessel that is a perfect box that is going to be approximately 465,000 cubits cubed. Fun to say. So what is that in units that we all know? I translated it to meters. I'm sorry for anybody who is not on the metric system, which is 3 countries. Might want to get on that there, Obama. And that would go down to approximately 444.4 meters cubed. Now, we have a little bit of a problem here. That's not very big. Let's start out with, how many elephants could we fit in there? And I know it says just bring 2 elephants, but let's just assume elephant, pretty big animal, and then we're going to need a bunch of other animals that we could probably fit into an elephant. But we have enough room for, and I'm going to be generous here and round up, 89 elephants, if an elephant roughly has a volume of 5 meters cubed. This is a big problem. You needed a lot more than 89 elephants worth of room to fit all of the giraffes and hippos. Now let's get into some more specifics here, other than just elephants and how much room you can fit in there. Let's talk about height constraints, because some animals are pretty tall. The height constraint we've been given is 30 cubits tall with a roof at a high point of 1 cubit more, so 31 cubits. I decided to make that a flat plane to be as fair as possible, and that gives me approximately 1.4 meters in height of a roof. The low end of the female giraffe average is about 5 meters, and male giraffes are much taller than that. So this begs the question, they didn't actually put giraffes in there, or the giraffes had a terrible, terrible neck cramp after the end of this whole fun adventure. Now let's talk about these sheer just different amounts of animals that you need to get. There are approximately 900,000 types of insects, and we're still discovering more every single year. So this means some guy had to go find 2 times 900,000. That's a big number. My calculator decided he didn't want to look at that. Now of those 900,000 types of insects, I know some of them can fly, like the 17.5 thousand types of butterflies. I don't know if they could fly for long enough, or if they just like perched on the ark. Now most people, to make this story a realistic account, they say, well, they didn't bring like adult giraffes, they brought like baby giraffes. And so we had a whole bunch of baby animals. And so that's kind of almost cheating, because that means that Noah went around and got a bunch of different fetuses and just put them in the corner of the ark. Now that could happen. I don't know what the average volume of an elephant fetus is. I tried Googling it. I couldn't find anything. I got some weird porn websites though. Don't know why. So this story normally gets a lot of crap because it uses measurements and numbers to describe what is going on, and can normally be mathematically figured out by an average third-grade American. Now because of this, people normally miss the point of the story, which is that God is testing all of humanity on one dude's shoulders. That's a lot of pressure in my opinion. And so what Noah has to do is he has to do this ridiculous thing. Get all these animals, build a big boat, and get a bunch of food, and then be ready in time for God flooding the earth. And if he can't do this, we're all going to die. We're pretty much at a cliffhanger right now. We don't know if he's going to do it or not. So that is it for this episode of The Chains Project. Tune in next week to see if humanity survives. Spoiler alert, you're alive. We survived. And don't forget, as always, to comment and thumbs up if you liked the video, and leave all your hate and spam and whatnot down below, or send me an email. And I was working on an outro, but I was working on an outro, but I was working on an outro, but I was working... Circular logic.